Welcome everybody to the Onward VR Master League Season 13, Week 4. My name is NightFiree with 2 E's, joining you for an adventure into the high tier of the VRML, at least as of Week 4. Dark Tidings versus Pantheon, 2 teams that have done well to get into the Master tier at the start of this season. Dark Tidings in particular going, I believe, undefeated. No, they lost 1 game to Animal House. Other than that, a good win against, close win against Delaire, and a good win against Hell on Wheels has them on a 2-game win streak here going into the afternoon. Pantheon also playing well this season again, landing that master tier. I think they have won they lost early as well, just to Peacekeepers, but since then they've beaten Rome, Violence of Action, and the Amazonians. So Pantheon definitely a team to watch, and we haven't had any of their games cast so far this season, so the first time that we'll be kind of tuning in to see what they're bringing to the table in Season 13. Very much why I'm excited to hop into this matchup, to really kind of feel out what both of these teams are going to be delivering to the table. If I'm not mistaken, Dark Tidings have had a few games. No, they haven't either. So both teams, very much our first look at both of these squads and what they're going to be delivering to the league in Season 13. 2 squads, again, that have earned themselves up into that master tier. Still waiting on a 5th to connect in for us to jump into our first map of the afternoon, but we can take a look at the picks and bans coming in from both sides. Coming in from Dark Tidings, we have that Snow Peak ban, and over on Pantheon, we have the Cargo ban. Very different styles of bans. Obviously, Tidings getting rid of that range, and Pantheon getting rid of the close quarters. First map pick of the day, map number 1, is going to be Subway, so maybe Tidings reading into the fact that Pantheon don't want to go close quarters and picking Subway, which certainly is I'd say maybe the 3rd closest quarters map out there next to Cargo and Tanker. Maybe 4th. Suburbia also, I would say, out in front of it. But nonetheless, a close quarters map in and of itself, and should be exciting to see the action here unfold this afternoon on this map at our first objective of the afternoon. You can see it's down in the south stairwell with both squads readied up and in lobby. We should be jumping into this first round shortly. Taking a look at Dark Tidings active roster, we have Levelot, Anthony, Dead, PC, Funshine, Crazy Dave, and Shoot This. And over on Pantheon, we have Freak, Jester, Jeremiah, Absent-Minded Prof, and Duel. Round 1 begins. Let's see how Pantheon defend with Dark Tidings on the attack. And it looks like Dark also going to have that quick spawn.
567-997. 567-997. I'm gonna stay here actually.
Duel able to cross just in time for the remainder of Dark Tidings pushes up, and in fact Anthony and this team not advancing out of their spawn too quickly. If anything, seems they're setting up into some early positions out of spawn, but not necessarily applying too much pressure to those positions. I say this seeing Shoot This slowly holding this angle, and you also have Crazy Dave and Anthony very much waiting for what I can assume to be Funshine and Levelot either working to the south or eventually over to the catwalk. As I say that, Crazy and Anthony do pop out, so it doesn't really mean they're waiting for too much. And Levelot, Funshine down beneath, and Duel's gonna fly out and find Crazy Dave in the middle of the street. Gonna prompt a nade toss, which gets caught. Oh, and rolls perfectly in front of Duel. Duel tries to back up, but there's just nowhere to go. Freak detonates a C4 in anticipation of someone pushing for the kill, but Duel is down and resable now. Freak's gonna cross the street, and now Duel can radio in anything they see. But that C4 is gone. Have to see how Anthony decides to deal with Freak. Tucked into that corner. Meanwhile, 3 have met up. An interesting route that the duo took ultimately on Dark Tidings' side. Anthony with a nice little swing there to get the confirm and catch duel. Now there's only 3 left on Pantheon, and Jester, Jeremiah, and Absent Minded Prof still haven't been pressured at all in their positions. So far, it's been Dark Tidings chipping away at the outer edges of the Pantheon defense. Keep the attention split as we do get ready to get into the thick of it here. 3.5 left and the setup coming in. No one pushing in from the south. The only real threat, obviously, being these 2 main lanes that they have to watch. Anthony peeks out. Jester catches the kill. Levelot and Funshide advance forward. That prompts the C4 detonation and the swing from Absent Minded Prof. Shoot this catches Jeremiah on the stairs, and now we're into a bit of a battle between both sides here. Oh, the utility gets blocked. Jester can be safe. Shoot this, tries to swing out. Levelot does find 1, finds 2 while they're properly distracted from the other side. Dark Tidings with Levelot and Funshine left alive. Scoop up round number 1. Very confident push, so it seemed, but either way, a good bit of back and forth with Pantheon connecting onto a couple of kills. I can do... Let's get her. Oh, slash. We'll get predictions. I spelled predictions. We'll get predictions going out here soon enough. Well, they've already been out, I suppose. I can do this because we are waiting for a 5th to reconnect on the Dark Tidings side, and then we will be jumping into round number 2. Looks like it was a key shooter. 3 kills though on Pantheon, and again, you know, I always say when I'm looking at rounds won and lost, the KDs do tell a story, and Pantheon certainly in that one found that early exchange and managed to chip a little bit away at that push, but ultimately with 2 alive, couldn't quite fend off the attack. I do see in the comments what is the master tier. The regular season of VRML has several different rankings that you can achieve over the course of the season. Master tier is the highest ranking that you can achieve. Underneath that is diamond, then gold, silver, and bronze. I don't believe we have a platinum in Onward. Could be wrong on that. But essentially it is rankings, and as you win or lose, you go up and down and rank. And that will determine what category, if you will, that you fall into. And so worldwide, these teams are 6th. That might be NA. Let me check worldwide what they are. Pantheon is 5th worldwide. Dark Tidings is 8th. So both of these teams are in the top 10 worldwide in the game of Onward. And so we really should be expecting a pretty exciting, I would say pretty quick-paced back and forth here this afternoon. Lots of utility coming in, C4 placements, good communication. All of these elements going to be key factors in determining the success of either one of these teams. So let me make sure we're not into a round 1 timeout or something like that. It doesn't seem to be that way. Pantheon now missing 1, so hopefully they find their 5th and reconnect them, and we can again get back into round 2. I do appreciate you fine folk that have been hanging out in chat waiting for the game to begin. I know the pre-show can sometimes be a little bit long, and these breaks before we really get into the swing of a set sometimes put a pause in that energy, but I do thank you for coming in and hanging out here this afternoon and share the info with your friends that a good quality Onward game is underway over on twitch.tv/onward_VRML. Seen a lot of new faces come in, so I know that we are sharing. And that is caring, and I do appreciate getting the word out about the VRML to all the different friends and folks that may find Onward a little bit interesting. Onward, Echo Arena, Blast On, and Snapshot, all games that we have leagues for. Pavlov as well, how could I forget? So if you do play other games and you do want to get competitive, you can certainly check out our other league offerings. Blast On, a really fun 1v1 bullet hell style game. So lots of variety there in terms of what kind of games you can play. I am getting info now that we are into an official timeout, so as much as I've drummed up the hype and excitement for these two teams to play, we're gonna have to wait a little bit longer. We cut to a brief intermission, and when we come back, round 2 will begin. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for patiently waiting in a long time out between round 1 and now round 2 after a good start for Dark Tidings. We'll have to see if a long break is what Pantheon need. And we're going to follow Lovelock going down into the basement for the second round. They very well could be running into the team out of spawn here, and it just seems to be their intention. Trying to see if they can ID anybody on any early rotations. They're not going to spot anything simply because path taken are instead the north stairs, the catwalk, and the basement. So nobody pushing the south. Everyone instead going for the ancillary routes, if you will. Shoot this. Could find themselves some kills soon here as Duel flies the corner very late. That's going to be one picked up early. Meanwhile, Prof and Jester are going to be popping out of the stairwell, and now a bit of a defensive smoke thrown as Shoot This rotates back off of that kill, and the Freak and Jeremiah are trying to push forward to catch it. Just down to the 4 of Pantheon, though, as Dark Tidings start things off with a nice kill early. See Funshine tucked in and waiting for this advance to come from the catwalk, so it's no surprise, and especially now Funshine likely hearing Freak on that full walk. The smoke thrown as well, obviously an indicator. Meanwhile, no real threat presented to this advance other than obviously the C4. You can see very carefully if you examine it, tucked into the wall there. Clearing out some corners and obviously also giving away the position. Oh, they try to get a smoke. It looked like over to Funshine's direction and couldn't quite. That one actually is better as Anthony challenges onto the corner. A good flash that does go deep. Another counter flash is going to prevent Freak and Jeremiah from advancing. Shoot This isn't going to swing on that, but both bits of utility getting utilized here. And again, have to keep the attention divided as Absent-Minded Prof and Jester have worked their way up from that stairwell position and are slowly advancing forward here up to Crazy Dave. Jeremiah is now really tucked in. Funshine does peek. Freak goes down to the exchange. Anthony flies the corner, and that's going to be 2. Just like that, Dark Tidings have shut down 2 of the 3 prongs of this attack. The north, the catwalk, and now the entry from the basement. Jester and Absent-Minded Prof still have not run into that C4 detonation yet, nor will they until, if timed properly, very late. Oh, actually, a nicely, just as Prof peaks, the C4 gets detonated. I think Dave was blinded, though, and they're actually going to try and follow up with the utility piece that doesn't quite go around the corner. You can tell Dave cooked it a little bit because it airburst detonated, but they couldn't quite get it far enough. They wanted that thing to burst right on the corner, and it nearly did. That almost was a good double. A little bit of concern coming in here from Prof that the flank is coming, but Dark Tidings aren't expressing that kind of aggression just yet. Very well could go back to a split, though, as Absent-Minded Prof is working their way over to this side. Dave again with some great utility already. I wonder if Shoot This has anything in the arsenal, or if they'll even need it. Maybe a kill, and Dave should cross over and get that res. Craig gets called out. Lovelot also peeks to cover as the revive comes in, and now it's all up to Absent-Minded Prof in a 1v5. Dark Tidings coming out strong here on this defensive round. Definitely could tell Pantheon had a plan, strategy in mind, and almost caught off guard by the swing. Prof goes down to Anthony there. Could have been an opportunity for a 1v3 if they'd caught that aggression from Anthony, but Dark Tidings playing well here so far in these early rounds, and that's how you need to play if you want to beat teams like Hell on Wheels. Squads that have been around for a little bit. Next objective takes us down into the basement. Well, not the basement, excuse me. The main floor of the subway. A certainly capable objective. And so I'm curious if Dark Tidings are scheming up a plan here to try and work their way up to this OBJ and punch in a code, whether it's coming in from the north, from that basement, from the catwalk, from the south. Plenty of options to choose from and plenty of angles to defend appropriately if Pantheon do want to try and get one on the board here. Only one kill last round, so a much tougher round for Pantheon there, especially on the offense. Really couldn't quite get their setup really even going. The shutdown in the north and then just the overall battle that they had to face in out of the catwalk. They couldn't really gain the ground they were looking for. Maybe if the threat had been present at the same time over in the far southeast corner, where you come out from the basement, if that pressure had been there while they were also pushing out of the catwalk, there could have been a touch bit more of a synchronization, effort, if you will. A little bit more tied together to push forward, but still, you could tell that there was a plan of attack there with Pantheon, and Dark Tidings really just did a good job of shutting it down. In particular, anticipating that it wasn't going to be a quick spawn, and even if it was, they were very much ready for it out of their spawn. So overall, a good job from Dark Tidings here in these first 2 rounds. Curious to see again if they go for the cap, what Pantheon throw out on defense, if they're going to stay a little bit more reserved, or if we will see some sort of aggressive swings down into the basement to look for kills. All kinds of options on defense. Like I said before, though, with both of these teams being as high a rank as they are, you can't expect a lot of utility use. And we've seen C4s, we've seen a lot of nades, smokes, flashes coming out in these first 2 rounds. That trend should continue here, especially on this objective. Looks like we have another tech issue. We apologize for the long break between these first 2 rounds. It's unfortunate that this has happened, but at the end of the day, what will happen is that after this, if they have to take another timeout, we will go to intermission, and if we have to go to intermission, when we come back, we will that will be the last timeout that Pantheon has. So whether they have 4 players or 5, the cadence of the rounds will start to speed up. We'll not have this long of a downtime between rounds. Yeah, ridiculous. Sorry, folks, but it looks like another timeout. Looks like the teams playing don't want people to tune in. Stick around with another break, probably be another 10 minutes. And we come back, like I said, the action will pick up, guaranteed. There won't be options for Pantheon or Dark Tidings to put any more time in between these rounds. So apologies for this, but one more intermission. We come back, round 3. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for patiently waiting for this second timeout. We are getting ready to dive back into the action, in which case we should be consistently flying through it. As Pantheon have sorted out their tech issue. First timeout coming in from Dark Tidings, as they had a player that they needed to reconnect in. Maybe it was an audio issue, who knows. Plenty of reasons to be leaving a lobby and joining back. Pantheon also having a tech issue with Freak and their headset actually having some sort of breakage or something. They've, fortunately enough, got a second headset that they can utilize, and so Pantheon should be back in full force, even though you will see a mindless drone there that is Freak playing on a secondary, a backup headset that they were able to borrow in time between that round 1 and 2, where
there's 2 at white door.
Excuse me, between rounds 2 and 3, where that
one said stay there, so there's gonna be one
headset did have issues. So should all be sorted, and like I said, should be back into some good 5v5 action. But of course, now that I said that, I'm sure I've jinxed it, and we'll have 6 more timeouts. Either way, gameplay has begun here in round 3, and as anticipated, there is a basement presence. I don't see any utility right away, but there is, yeah, some around here somewhere. The clacker is in the hands of Jesters. So, there it is. C4, you can see. Sitting on the stairs. So shoot this very well. Could get picked up by that. The rest of the offense working their way up through the basement, where Absent-Minded Prof is. A bit of a presence there, as you do see some shots coming in. Anthony dead, not getting picked up. Care Bear, Sunshine taking some shots. There's Levelot. Jester actually goes down.
-1 white door.
From their own C4. I don't know how they went down there. The C4 didn't catch anybody. And now Pantheon
Echo 2, we lost a friendly though.
have lost 2. Was looking like a 4v3 for a second there, but it's evened odds here. See, Freak has an eye down on the exit from this basement. And Anthony and Funshine still worried about Absent-Minded Prof, who has backed out of off of that initial stairwell basement position and set up closer to the objective after they lost their on-objective defense. Wants to make sure that nobody's going to be going in for that cap. Nobody like Levelot, who's patiently waiting for Funshine and Anthony to make their presence known. Oh, and it looks like Absent-Minded. I thought for a second was thinking about going back down into the basement from this. Yeah, here they go. Or they're at least checking the stairs. They're not going to push all the way off. Now, I was looking for the third defender on Pantheon, and it looks like Jeremiah. Still relatively far away from the objective, but has a odd line onto it. There's a big pickup from Levelot that opens up his exit close to the objective. I think
Down on the
Jeremiah
white door tracks.
should be rotating soon. And you can do, yeah, you do see that rotation coming in. If Jeremiah can get here in time, they'll have a line on this exit point at least. But Absent-Minded Prof has their back exposed to what could be a push-up from Funshine. Anthony considering about pushing up those stairs. So they're going to go for a split on both stairs. Have to see how Prof defends this space. As you can see them maneuvering around, and Prof's actually going to find the kill on the Funshine on the stairs. A big pickup. That does give information away. You can see Levelot dialed in, almost goes down to the pop-up. Anthony dead, catches the kill on the side, and is now pushing the objective. That's a great flash. That slams Levelot and forces them back, and Prof here is holding the objective with 2 minutes left. Dead, PC, and Levelot are working their way up to the objective. They have no more utility, and Levelot's going to find the trade with Prof. Anthony dead, PC, although they wanted the cap, is not going to be able to get it, and Dark Tidings are up 3-0. I was worried we'd go into another timeout for a second there, but like I said, I'm sure I've jinxed it to some extent. But I think not. Just to reconnect, and we should be a-okay. 3-0 though for Dark Tidings here this afternoon. They are absolutely running away with this series, although that last round was finally a close one. You can see on Pantheon's side some kills getting connected there. And like I said, if you're losing rounds but finding kills, you're very much still in the series. And so, an exciting battle for the objective, but now Pantheon find themselves in a tough spot. Dark Tidings map pick, important to remember here, maybe a reason why they're up 3-0. But Pantheon really do need to put some rounds on the board here. You don't want to go into map 2 with the series on the line and sort of the onus to do what they did to you on your map pick. It's definitely a challenge, mentally and, you know, physically in the game, especially with how Dark Tidings is playing right now. I wonder where map 3 could potentially be, considering Pantheon getting rid of that close range. I think we have maps like Abandon, Downfall very much on the table. And again, I do appreciate everyone that has been sticking around for these long breaks between rounds. Like I said, I think our timeouts are pretty much done, so. Back to it we go for round number 4. Dark Tidings a round away from taking this 4-0 up against Pantheon. Both teams playing very good this season so far, but you know, we get into the middle half of it, weeks 4, 5, 6. That's really when these teams that have had great starts get the test of time, and Pantheon are definitely being tested here as Dark Tidings kick off again with the first kill. Mindless Drone, aka Freak, trying to find any kind of defense here, and Lovelot certainly has been patiently waiting around the corner. They're going to come flying around. Meanwhile, up top, it looks like 2 more go down for Pantheon.
Any eyes on the north?
And Catwalk absolutely shut down on their push. Pantheon trying to apply aggression off of the backs of tough rounds, but that doesn't quite work out for them. Jeremiah and Absent-Minded Prof are the only 2 attackers left. And what was a very quick shutdown, again, of that basement entry. Lovelot doing a good job of preventing Freak from pushing out there. Then the Catwalk with a 2 kills for 1. It sets up Pantheon for a 2v4. And although they have basement control, we'll have to see what their plan of approach is. We do see, paying close attention, Shoot This is in the basement and trying to find the backs of Pantheon right now, playing this very aggressively. If Jeremiah isn't careful, could mean death. And as I say that, Jeremiah does check for a second about maybe this potential threat being here. Or actually, I think they were going to rotate to push up and challenge Lovelot. So it definitely bites them in the back. And now Absent-Minded Prof is alone in a 1v4. Technically a 1v3 if they apply the pressure correctly. They can push up here and really find one at a time pretty nicely with how this team is set up. Crazy Dave doesn't have an angle, or isn't actually looking here. Funshine is holding a very late angle, so I wonder if Prof could find Dave first and then transfer to Funshine. Lovelot would have to push out a corner. And ooh, some shots at nothing there do give away their position, and Prof is dropping back to where Shoot This is rotating out from. And they do get identified, but they don't get shot. Dark Tidings find the final Pantheon attacker and sweep map number 1, 4-0. The timeouts not necessarily helping Pantheon, so it seems, but maybe now, going into their map pick for map number 2, some sort of rhythm can be established with this team. And I see a comment in chat about having a second headset. I think it's Yeah, especially for the hardcore VR players, kind of a common trend, believe it or not, to have one or two headsets of different variety or make. And it does come in handy when you do run into issues that you're trying to troubleshoot when you're in a competitive scene. So, looks like we are getting a lobby remake. Not one tech issue, it's another. So, like I said, I totally jinxed this one, but this should be quick. Our map 2 has been chosen. We're going to be heading to Quarantine. Not a terrible surprise. Pantheon, like I said, seemed to want to go a little bit more in the range department, but with how well Dark Tidings played on Subway, I feel that Quarantine isn't necessarily an assured W. Quarantine, definitely very different than Subway, much more open, but with so much variety on objective placement, you run risks of very close quarters objectives and potentially very quick rounds, also potentially very long rounds, depending on spawn of the offense and obviously objective placement. This map has over 13 objective spawns, and if you can do the math, we swap objectives every 2 rounds. Each map is a best of 5, or best of 3, excuse me. No. Best of 7. Yes. Best of 7. Each map is a best of 7. And so you can only have 4 objectives in a map. Play the objective each side. That's 2 rounds. And so the max amount of rounds you can have is 7. You know, we're crunching numbers out here. This could be a modern day math equation for the youth. If you want to win a round, if you want to win your game in your esports tournament, how many rounds do you have to win? So we can only have 4 objectives out of 13 potential placements. So with Quarantine, you're just sort of assured. The point being is that you're assured variety with this map, and it does kind of. It's not necessarily a guarantee. The other thing being, Quarantine's been a map that's been around for a while, and so if you're a team that really knows the map and has played it for a long time, then you are familiar with all 13 of those positions. You have defensive options and offensive options for all 13 of those positions. And because these teams are both master, there's not going to be any surprises in terms of map placement or objective placement for either one of these teams. We should expect planned and coordinated efforts no matter where we go on Quarantine here.
I'm taking a quick peek over.
But round number 1 on map 2 begins as Dark Tidings. I appreciate them being concerned that I'm in the lobby, but I'm very much here. A quick spawn coming in for Pantheon, and so we're going to see gunshots right away and a kill coming in for Funshine. Level Up's looking for a piece of the action as well, but they're not going to connect. Duel almost has an angle up top. Scott, shoot this, catches one inside what's called impact building. Dark Tidings off to the races. 2 kills out the gate. Pantheon getting shut down on their quick spawn. Not exactly how Pantheon, I'm sure, wanted to start this. As they do try and take some shots, they can't find the level up. Mindless drone goes down. That is 2 left for Pantheon. Jester and Duel. Looks like Jester is considering reconnecting here with Duel up through the center. That's going to be a tough route to take, considering Level-Lot is there. Shoot This also has agency on the 2-story, and on top of this, Funshine with an angle, a late angle that they can take.
No, I'm staying.
You also have a long rotation potentially coming in, and so yeah, Pantheon
One's on AC.
off to a rough start here on their map pick. Two of them going to connect, and Duel not wasting any time on this push in. Shoot this, getting information and not afraid to relay it. Calls it out to the team. Utility coming in there from Duel, it seems, up towards Shoot This. Or no, Shoot This actually throwing Utility down. Duel flashes themselves with a unfortunate nade toss. And Shoot This continues to try and find an angle down into the wreckage, but won't be finding Duel just yet. Certainly a question mark for Shoot This, as they did and are really checking this bottom floor, but not finding anything. Eventually, once they've cleared out all of this first floor, they should be pushing into Jester, and Jester tries to swing on to Shoot This, but that's not going to work out. Shoot This catches another kill, calls it out to the team, and now it's all up to Duel. Was alone. We'll have to duel the entirety of Dark Tidings in 1v1s if they want to come top, so let's see if they can live up to the name and clutch this round. Just waiting now for eventually Duel to run into the several different defenders here. They managed to get around to Shoot This for now. Although Shoot This, unclear if they heard those footsteps from this approach from Duel or not. They seem to be looking at the very least. Very interesting play here. Duel does get past one. Funshine, of course, going to be the tough sell. And not expecting one to be there, but there they were. No other threats present. Funshine had the freedom to hold that west side. And in comparison to map 1, round 1, this round 1 has 0 kills for Pantheon. Right now, momentum, it's not in the Pantheon's favor. They are having a tough go with 5 rounds locked in. The 5th round netting them 0 kills. This is a tough series ahead for Pantheon, and I will be very impressed if they can actually start to bounce back here on their map choice. That's the only real saving grace Pantheon has going for them right now, because Dark Tidings is just playing good. They're aggressive on defense. They're finding the kills they need. That aggression is paying off. And I mean, they just countered the quick spawn from Pantheon so quickly. You know, whether it was Pantheon just not being ready for that potential threat or what, I'm unsure, but it's almost a bit surprising to see that kind of quick peeking working out of a spawn like that. You should know that you can be threatened from the hilltop out of spawn, and all of these players should know those early positions to run into that'll get you killed. Let's see how Dark Tidings challenges Pantheon here at the same exact spawn. Let's see how Pantheon defends here, again, with their backs absolutely against the wall. There's the difference. There is the difference that Dark Tidings are the first to shoot on that hill. Mindless Freak doesn't even get to that position before shots start coming their way, because they know of the potential threat. So pre-fire, if anything, from Lovelot does allow Anthony to now get up into the 3-story. And Mindless, aka Freak, is prone to avoid detection using that small ledge to keep them safe. Shoot this. Connects for the first kill. Dark Tidings catching Duel out, holding that west side. And if they didn't know already, west spawn is what the indicators should be for this team, and impact building is where the eyes should be. Fun shines here on the 2-story. Mindless Drone has proned their way all the way over to the side of the rooftop, so they have it angled down on to the 2-story, but Funshine is very much looking and waiting for any sort of peeking around the AC units or any angle they can find onto that rooftop, so not very safe. They overextend, and you can see multiple shots coming in there. Now Funshine aware of that defender position as well, as they continue to elevate and get closer and closer to an angle from the 3rd story. There it is.
See that?
Funshine connects there, and now they have control. West side is Dark Tidings. I have to see how the 3 left on Pantheon try and hold down this objective. You do have Absent-Minded Prof. It's maybe a little bit noisy. Their position not going to be a stealthed one. Jester holding the late west rotation. And Jeremiah very far over into the north side, but relatively undetectable until the team tries to push the objective, unless they hug hard west, in which case Jeremiah won't be able to see a whole lot. Anthony is working around this side, though. A long rotation for Anthony. Sunshine's going to find Prof.
Did you get him?
Scaff only 3-story dead.
And shots come in from Jester, but they do not connect. Finally a kill for Pantheon as Jeremiah catches Anthony dead, but they're going to have to get back to the objective because Jester has a whole lot of Dark Tidings pressure coming in on them. Doubt they'll be ready for this long swing from Shoot This. And as I say that, they do seem to be dialed into that potential threat, albeit tunneling into the rooftop could cost them their life. Those shots don't connect. Shoot This does peek just at the right time as the tablet comes out. That's going to be a kill, and Shoot This is going to throw some utility out to deny vision from Jeremiah. This could be a cap if Jeremiah doesn't connect, and Shoot This able to crouch behind the berm, use the smoke for full cover. They take a bullet to the shoulder, but Jeremiah has no way of preventing this cap now. The wall cover is there. Dark Tidings go up 3-0. 7 unanswered points here for this DT squad now. Like I said, momentum rushing in favor of Dark Tidings here, and whether it's technical issues plaguing Pantheon or something else, they just haven't been able to find the rhythm up against this Dark Tidings squad. DT's really just disrupted their offensive plays, their defensive plays. They're getting they're consistently applying that aggression and finding success, and it seems to be maybe a little bit overwhelming for Pantheon. Right now, I imagine emotions are not good on Pantheon's side, but it is not over yet. In a game like Onward, score lines can be reversed very quickly, despite rounds and sometimes series taking so long. And yeah, I'm seeing similar sentiments in chat that Dark Tiding are just playing very well here this afternoon. I see a couple of new follows have come through as well, which I do appreciate. Big shout out to the folks that are tuning in and hanging out and enjoying the action. Do get a new objective placement after 2 rounds. And with Pantheon's back against the wall, they go on to the attack. And I do hear the squad, you know, chatting up before the rounds, talking about their strategy. You can see that there is no aimless wandering here. Very much intended positions with splits in mind, but Pantheon just has not been finding the shots they need or finding the moves they need, or Prof fortunate enough to not go down there. Level Lot just missing those. Round 2, though, they might not be so lucky, and what a great determination from Level Lot there to judge the movement and pacing of Prof, forcing Prof into the prone to get up onto the corner, where now they can have some kind of angle onto Level Lot if they take that peek. Level Lot's now concerned about the 3-story threat. Big pressure, though, from Level Lot early here.
One is second story
Disrupting
burning,
up
one's
through the
hospital.
center. Disrupting the hospital, and if they had been looking to the north, could have potentially caught Duel on the rotation. But again, a very aggressive position and one that has its
Echo
risks.
1 burning.
Able to catch Freak in a firefight. In the rubble. And finds the rooftop
Echo
kill.
2 hospital.
A big double for Level Lot here to absolutely set Dark Tidings up for their 4th round on map 2 and their 8th round in a row. Or 8th
I need to
point
drink
in a
more
row.
coffee when I'm playing.
Maybe that's what Dark Tidings are bringing a little different here, is that Level Lot is hyped up on a cup of Joe. Caffeine. Driving their focus, getting them to those kills. Keeping them dialed into the north side as shots do come in over there. Maybe identifying Duel on that cross. And you can see several lasers trained to Duel's position here. Flash comes up and over. It is going to catch Level Up, but that is it. Duel, in their effort to continue the push, finds that Shoot This and Funshine have eyes, and now the comms likely here that Duel is on the corner of APC, so Level Lot's no stranger to the position of Duel. Jeremiah does catch one, a big kill onto the south, which could potentially divide Pantheon, the Dark Tidings defense. Oh, and Jeremiah could have Level Lot here. Yep, as they find them tucked into that corner. Big kill there. Now it's 3-3. And it drives us to take a look at the on-objective defense. What is Dark Tidings working with to try and hold from this attack? They have 2 stacked up on the other side of the objective. Not really a great stairwell coverage, although Shoot This can pop out and check the stairs. Smokes would do wonders, though, towards this objective. And it's just 3 left alive for Pantheon. It does mean they're a bit limited on their utility options and how much they have, but curious to see what the plan is for the remainder of this offense. Looks like Jeremiah could eventually cross street and push objective. If only they had one coming up through the center. It seems widely uncovered to me. I mean, truly, there could be a cap, an easy prone cap up to the objective here. Funshine's very loosely covering the objective, but neither Duel nor Jester know of this current weakness in coverage, and instead are actually running into the lines that are being covered. And maybe that's the Dark Tidings credit, that they are holding the anticipated angles from where they have information gathered. Jester and Duel in particular.
Across the street to building over there.
There's the smoke.
3 for 16, 928.
Duel memorizing the code as they advance their way up to the Hescos. Funshine's going to miss that cross. A big cap moment here. If they can get it. Jeremiah comes alive from the south. Catches out Crazy Dave trying to defend the objective. Funshine's going to come over, scoop up the res. Dave's going to maintain an angle onto the stairs. More utility coming in as the flash comes up and over. I don't believe that connects onto Funshine. More smokes coming in. Jeremiah goes down. Dave finds the kill off of the res from Funshine. A big res at that. Now Duel coming in from the middle. Does catch one. Dave can't find the shots over the top of their 3/4 cover. And with a minute left, Funshine alive and resable and shoot this with eyes on the stairwell, it's going to be very hard to get up to that objective unless they get rid of shoot this.
I got him. He's dead.
Jester making this cross. No eyes on them. Funshine gets pulled up, but those bullets don't connect. They can't get across. If they had just not shot and gone for the cap, that could have been 2 points into the pocket of Pantheon. And I like the effort when it really was backs against the wall, final round, potentially on their map pick. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, the vast majority of the connoisseur votes were to Pantheon in this series. If I can double check her. Dang it. But I'm pretty sure it was in favor of Pantheon, and I know we didn't give points away for map number 2 yet, or map number 1, so I do apologize. But map 3, taking us to Tanker, close quarters, and the first time I've seen Tanker this season. So I'm not going to find any complaints from me, but this should continue. Well, I'm trying to think on the pacing. It's actually been pretty quick. Dark Tidings absolutely wasting no time in their offensive and defensive pushes. And that last round did come down to the final minute, but it was one of few that did. Ultimately, Dark Tidings just setting a pace and sticking to it. And maybe Pantheon getting plagued with tech issues really just kind of disrupted their, consistency or mojo. But both of these teams were coming off of win streaks, and so now Dark Tidings makes that 2-game win streak into a 3. They've only lost 1 game this season, and it was in week 2. And so Dark Tidings are definitely looking good here in week 4 in the middle of the season. Pantheon have another game tomorrow. They'll be going up against another team that I believe has been playing pretty well, Shadow Kings. And if I'm not mistaken, Shadow Kings are undefeated. So week 4 for Pantheon, very much maybe either a wake-up call or I'm unsure, but I'm looking at the votes for that matchup, and just like today, Pantheon has 52-5 on the connoisseur votes. So tomorrow, we'll see if we get a bit of a different and maybe more focused Pantheon Squeed team. In fact, let's see if we get a different and more focused Pantheon team in this third map, because right now,
Yo, should I go under or above?
they really need to put some points on the board.
28, 94, 367. 28, 94, 367.
Apologies for that.
28, 94, 367.
Crazy Dave starts things off. The smokes come in up through the center. Mindless advances to a very early defensive position. And Dark Tidings seemingly setting up for that push up through the center with a lot of utility coming out towards the objective, trying to force rotations from the defense. But they've already caught 1 kill in the basement, and they are looking for some more. Mostly just pre-fire, though, from Funshine here. And still no push off of these smokes. There's a kill on the far side. Not sure how Levelot found that. Mindless Drone does get Funshine trying to push up through the center, and then as they try and extend that kill, they get picked off. A nice refrag on the backside for Dark Tidings. More smokes coming in now, as if they had been holding on to these last few. And the push coming in. Levelot catches 1. They're going to be on objective, and Jeremiah trying to hold it gets picked up. Dark Tidings.
It's good. All good. Better kill him.
Well, they're just playing a little bit better here this afternoon. That tanker round, very clean. Catching those kills early, and I'm not even sure what the appropriate response should be from Pantheon, other than, avoiding even looking for those early picks. which can end up punishing you as a team because you allow the attacking squad to get close to the objective. But they just, I don't know, they lost too many, you know, and then there was 5 left alive for the time when it came down to push, and you know, 5v2 on a map like Tanker is going to go the way of the 5 from my experience. So yeah, 9 unanswered points here. Dark Tidings playing very good right now. Curious if Dark Tidings have any other matchups this week. Trying to dig into the stats, but we got action that we got to focus on. Get into round number 2, and you can see Dark Tidings continuing to apply that level of aggression, with Pantheon seemingly continuing to try and battle back as Jester finds one. Jeremiah goes down from Funshine. Waltzy continues to advance forward a little bit away from the rest of the team, but they have made it past Funshine. And I say past, but maybe their back is more exposed to Funshine as they advance up through the center, and they're pulling off the move that, Dark Tidings wanted to, Pantheon wanted to pull off. Anthony's going to help out Pantheon here a little bit with a kill, and Pantheon have 3 to the 2 of Dark Tidings. Maybe the first round can be put on the board here to essentially what is Pantheon defending on the offense. 2 getting pushing into the offense and dying, and now they have control of the center. You can see Dark Tidings dropping back to the objective to defend. Toothis and Crazy Dave, the final 2. Mindless Drone almost catches fire there with the LMG. They're going to continue their advance forward up to this objective. Dave has good coverage. Shoot this through and tossed another flash up and over that I think did push back this attack temporarily. Another flash, albeit a little too late. Jester goes down. Dave is off objective. Is the tablet coming out for anyone on the offense? It's a risky thing to do as they haven't found a round yet. Mindless Drone has it. Dave and Duel have it. They're looking for the code and they can't find it. They nearly lose the round, but with everybody trying to punch the code in and under chaos, it is a little bit tough. Regardless, Pantheon do not get completely shut out here in the series, and I think that is the saving grace for this team right now, as they finally do get one on the board. Took them a while, but there it is. Yeah, I see some comments in chat. We always do play out the third map. The rounds won do matter. So right now, if Pantheon can take another 3 rounds away from Dark Tidings, it'll mean that at the end of the series, the scoreline total being potentially 9-4, Pantheon would go down less in rank. If they lost 12-1, they would go down more in rank. And so the rounds won do matter. So even now, even though the series is lost and Pantheon are guaranteed to go down in rank, they do have the option to sort of lessen that blow, to sort of lighten the loss, so to speak, if they can start to win now. And like I said, finally gotten one on the board. We swap objectives. We still stay up top, but Pantheon, maybe a new breath of life. We'll have to see how they defend as we go into round number 3.
We've lost. Oh, really?
Tomorrow we got
No fucking way, dude.
77.
Somebody's coming south too.
Looks like we did have a sub as well. I didn't even notice Absent-Minded Prof not in the lobby. But Waltzy, I think, has been brought in for them. Interesting to see Pantheon bringing in a sub on the third map, even though they have lost. Again, maybe shows that they're just trying to win some rounds. Anthony Dead pops up. Chester is ready and waiting. They see him come in through the window. They find a double, a great transfer there. Sets Pantheon up into a 5v3, make it a 4v3 as they try and drop back into cover and can't quite get there. Oh, a good C4 toss. Where did that go land?
Can't shoot you through the window. So why you not pushing me? I don't
Maybe it
point.
wasn't a C4. I don't know. Something was thrown, and there's a little banter going on here between the two. Mindless drone
God.
is here
I'm not saying I'm
inside
God, I'm just,
and can look out through these
you know, I'm talking
windows
to talk, it's like nerves,
without
you know?
being shot.
I mean,
These
this is
windows
a
are
game I lost,
bulletproof.
but that's okay. You know what? I have faith in. Oh, dude.
That is the best way to counter those windows. Good solid smoke. You'll see it utilized a little bit further down. And interestingly enough, drone here rotates out and is waiting for Levelot to push up from the basement. Nice fly out there from Freak, catches Levelot. Pantheon now looking to get a second point on the board. It's up to Crazy Dave and Shoot This. The string tucked them together, and drone there getting a little aggressive does go down. And so maybe the start of the comeback here for Shoot This and Crazy Dave. Bit of decision making going on as Dave assesses if they can push up through the center. Ooh, and Jeremiah in risk of team killing there if Duel pops out anymore. Hopefully they know that they have a defender over on that side, but you can see them looking there, and this would certainly be that certainly would be a space that I would think if you knew a defender was there, you wouldn't be checking over to that side. You instead be very much diligently watching your angle. Either way, though, no pushes come in from the offensive side just yet, as both Dave and Shoot This are still back where we last left them. Dave just now scooping up a few bits of utility off of the downed opponents. Duel getting very close to Shoot This on the corner, and Shoot This is going to find the kill, utilizing that window to see them coming. And then peeking the corner. Jeremiah on the other side shuts down Crazy Dave into a 2v1. Minute 40 left on the clock, and Shoot This very much wants to put another one on the board. Doesn't want Pantheon to start to get the momentum here on map 3. This rotation won't go unnoticed. Waltzy should have a view of it, but that may not be the intention. Shoot This very well. It could just be looking for Jeremiah and then swing back. Waltzy not going to see any of this movement here. Neither will Jeremiah. Although they will certainly hear those footsteps, and now Shoot This keyed in. Waltzy sees them through the window, and now you're into a bit of a I know you're here battle. A good kill there for Shoot This. Sets them up for a 1v1 on the objective with Jeremiah on the corner. Shoot This patiently waits and clutches the round for Dark Tidings. Pantheon do not get a second point, at least not yet. A big round there for the duo as they were down bad, I think 2v4. Either way, Dark Tidings even with the team kill, managing to put that round up. Actually, that team kill was last round when they lost, so actually it did Anthony dead. Trying to see, kind of feel what the difference is for Pantheon here, and maybe it is they're just catching out Dark Tidings' aggression, but that last round, and obviously the round one, looked much better, much more in control for Pantheon. You know, Dark Tidings really just have been setting the pace, winning rounds, and Pantheon haven't had much of a say in it until, oddly enough, Dark Tidings map pick on map 3 on a close quarters map where it would seem they don't feel comfortable or have a desire to be. Cargo being banned, losing on Subway, picking into quarantine. But they are doing well here on Tanker now, and let's see if they can string together a solid Marsuck round. We go back into it for round number 4 on map 3.
I wasn't going to give him tunnels, but yeah, if you want, go.
9369.
Oh, the aggression does get caught out. Counter aggression from Pantheon as they fly up here to the center. Levelot now finds themselves in a less than ideal position. As Freak identifying Levelot. Here's the movements. Duel's gonna see them and maintain hold of that door, of this entire room, really. It's a very powerful room to control.
That's not even true.
Call out there from Levelot that aggression is coming, and it certainly is what netted them this early kill. That flash doesn't quite go maybe as far as Levelot would have wanted, and Jester is going to find that kill. Well, Waltzy down in the basement working forward, and Drone pushing up to the objective. Does anyone have coverage here as the smoke comes out? Drone could have just capped. There's the kill onto their back as Jester finds Crazy Dave. Mower smokes and flashes now coming in as Funshine is completely blinded. Another flash coming in as Duel has Tablet out trying to push into the smoke. Shoot This wasn't blind by that flash though, and so now Funshine and Shoot This are on objective and defending. Smokes are out. Pantheon's on the hunt for a cap. It's all a matter of can they defend this. As Shoot This goes down, Funshine's alone in the smoke. They're gonna try and go past Jester, but there they are waiting. The kill connects, and Pantheon do find another round. They do look more coordinated on their attack, utilizing the utility for smokes. Jester, 8-3. Finally, again, Pantheon seemingly coming alive here on this final map. And, you know, maybe it's just been a matter of their plays just not working today. You know, I'm very interested to see how Pantheon go up against their opponents tomorrow. So interested in the fact that we will be casting it. Because that opponent as well is also playing very good, but I think they're a bit fresher to the league, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Shadow Kings are new this season. And I'm even looking at a lot of the players in that league new this season. So it's surprising that they've been winning, or have won, every single game. Been on cast twice by Grenade Magnet and ID Crisis. And so very interested to see what Pantheon will do up against a squad like that, where Dark Tidings here just came out swinging and home run the series, so to speak, taking those first two maps so quick. Now, we'll have to see what we get for this third map, and if Pantheon can defend, you can hear the banter and concern about a potential cap because how aggressive and far away from the objective Freak is pushing. The offense doesn't have to push up through the top floor or the center. They can opt for a basement push and pop out right behind the objective, and so I do imagine we'll see a bit of Flavor A and Flavor B, the underground and the upstairs, come through for Dark Tidings on this offense. But Dark Tidings maybe those last few rounds have been a little bit too chaotic for them. We are seeing now a bit more of a methodic approach to clearing out and making sure this upper space is safe, especially when the spawn doesn't even really warrant the team to push this far. So really is interesting to see how cautious they're being here on this round. Maybe the intention to focus up, set up a potential push, and try and get the cap and lock in map number 3. Especially now in a moment like this, Dark Tidings, to the same extent, want to win map 3. They do not want Pantheon to put any more rounds up on the board because they're trying to get the most amount of points they can get off of this win. Week 4 with a win like this against Pantheon is really going to set Dark Tidings up nicely, or at the very least make their week 5 a pretty challenging week.
There's one inside watching through windows.
Just flash that left side.
Pre-fire coming in.
Wait, you did or we did?
Flash from Funshine, and now a counter flash from Waltzy. No smokes coming out, so no denial of vision on the
Left side
Waltzy
of the building,
or
left side of the
Jeremiah, and still
There's probably
you
someone
have Freak waiting.
They're all near me.
No movement from them yet, letting this entire Dark Tidings team push forward and very much waiting for Anthony and Funshine to push forward. Down goes Anthony. They're going to swing. What a quick reaction from Funshine to catch that kill. Pops out Waltzy, and now we're into a battle up through the center with one down. Now to make it 2, and Dave likely going to look for the res. Going to be tough with Jeremiah and Waltzy covering. Levelot's going to take the tight corner and look for Jeremiah there, but not find it. At least not yet, as Levelot pops through the doorway. Jeremiah swings around the door as that kill. Pantheon defending this push up through the center so far.
Hi, there's another one on the far left side, another one.
As Dave comes out, they're going to find the confirm. Waltzy bantering with the enemy back and forth as they can see them through the windows, and finally Shoot This finds a way into objective building. Pantheon down to 3v2 as Jester pops out. They're going to find the kill. Shoot This in a reload and checking the tablet, not ready for that move, and now Crazy Dave alone in a 1v3. It does seem that they don't have a current ID on Crazy Dave. So there is a chance for a very slow push here to be undetected from Dave on the side. And I wonder how far this goes, because they can get past Jester. Again, if they don't shoot, maybe. Jester, of course, should be checking out this window, but if they aren't, Dave can stealth past Jester and get around to the back. I think that's going to be the best choice, because pushing in is not going to be easy. Jester is here and can watch the doorway if you try and push to the objective, and so Dave also should now knows Jester is there. They've heard the comms. So a lot of info for Dave to work with here. Best approach may be... Oh, right now pushing Jester, they'd have their back. And there's shots. Dave location given away. Waltzy flies out, and Jester and Dave trade up the middle. 2 left alive for Waltzy in duel. Pantheon put another on the board. Now finally maybe finding a rhythm, albeit just a couple of maps too late. They have a lead. They're up 3-2. They're staring at map point if they can secure this next round, albeit we haven't seen Marsoc rounds get locked in on Tanker yet. Jester 10-4 right now on Pantheon side of things. They continue to pile onto the kills. Meanwhile, Anthony Dead PC -1 still. And we're at this point just kind of poking fun, but see if they can remedy a team kill early on in this map 3. Now we're running out of time, but I'm sure they want to get rid of that negative on the board. 10-4 for Jester, man. That is a good KD right now. Sometimes it takes a standout player to really kind of get things going for your team, and exactly what we're seeing right there out of Jester. Dark Tidings going on defense for our next round. Same objective placement. Pantheon
I am a pacifist.
getting
I
the
don't
chance
kill
to
people.
attack.
No, that's probably what's doing it, because I started drinking that
33,
caffeine
7,
again.
6, 4.
And we hear the comms there from Anthony that they are a pacifist. An interesting way to play a competitive milsim shooter. But we'll have to see how it works out for them as we do get into round number 6. 5. 6. You do the math. There's been no caps.
Below us. Or is it beside?
Oh, the swing and almost a double kill. Jeremiah downs duel finding those shots, and
-1.
I guess fortunate that Jeremiah decided to take the shots, find that enemy kill, instead of just letting those bullets hit both of them. So nice job there. Mindless drone down by Funshine, shutting down the aggression
Hey, can somebody go out back
on the
and shoot the guy
edge.
on the right?
Jester looking to follow up, and they could find a little bit more of a presence there as Dave was swinging out to confirm the kill. They find another, and so Dark Tidings starting things off nicely on defense, 4-3. Meanwhile, Pantheon have 2 underground, making their way up to the objective, and this should be heard
Like the hallway thing on the south side of
by
the main
Funshine,
building.
unless those comms
Okay.
are muffling the opportunity. Hear that?
I don't think you can get a line on that from all the way in the back.
Yeah, I can't go after him.
No, just fucking leave him. 50-50, he's dead.
Alright. Well, there's a big shaft. That's fine.
Four minutes left for a day.
Still on board these two as they push forward here. And shoot this, shutting down the peak. The flash does connect, so they're going to need to apply the pressure off of it, but they don't. Another flash comes in. That one doesn't go as high in the smoke now. Going to deny vision from really no one. And shoot this still has an angle over the top of the smoke.
Still one in the basement.
Palsy takes shots and drops off, and Jeremiah still up on that top floor looking for a way through the defense. Oh, Funshine catching out Jeremiah.
Echo 4.
Probably the one I saw up in the basement.
And a much better defensive round here from Dark Tidings.
Okay.
As Waltzy finds themselves alone in a 1v4.
Everybody hold just hold your lines. I got south, Jeff's got north, you got...
You can hear the comms temporarily there from Dark Tidings, a bit of an audio bug we have every once in a while, but the call out to maintain the lines, so Waltzy's not going to have an easy entry point up through the middle, that's for sure. Sunshine and Levelot, Funshine and Levelot do maintain their angles. They'll be able to essentially cover all through the middle, but to look out those windows and deny Waltzy access up through the center here. Funshine actually saw Waltzy in the center there. As soon as the call comes in, Dave's on the hunt. Levelot also looking, can't quite connect those
He's on the
shots.
south building,
Waltzy is going to be able to drop back and almost catches out at least one, but still a 1v4 with a minute 45 on the clock. Nice pickup from Waltzy, sets them up for the push in. Opened up this side, and now the rotation from Dark Tidings does have to come in. Shoot, this is there, and they are going to find Waltzy. Interestingly enough, going away from objective, maybe getting distracted by Funshine's audio comms. They really had a chance to catch everybody from Dark Tidings rotating into them. Excuse me, from Pantheon rotating into them. No, Dark Tidings was on defense there. Either way, a good attempt from that final attacker, and we're now all tied up for map number 3. Rest of the team coming alive, and Anthony Dead continuing their pacifist run on tanker here. Rest of Dark Tidings, though, certainly getting involved on the KD feed there. Shoot this 8-3, Funshine 6-5, Dave 7-4, Jester still 10-5. Didn't find any kills last round, but Jeremiah did 5-5 on the overall KD feed. And map 3 certainly delivering some interesting back and forth. I also see some discussion in chat. I'm trying to figure out if I have any info wrong on this team being new. I think I am. Pretty sure that they're new to season 13, that Shadow King squad, but feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe people are playing under new names, I don't think is legal, so I don't know. Tell me. Unless the website's lying to me.
My clicks. 9269443. 9269443.
Into the action we go, though. A final round of map 3. Dark Tidings memorizing the code, maybe intending to put as many points up on the board as they can here on map 3. This objective certainly capable. But we'll have to see what kind of push we end up getting
Right side.
from Dark
I don't know if I shot
Tidings.
him through it,
Jester
but,
definitely getting identified, and now the flash coming in from Funshine. A good counter flash. Oh, absolutely perfectly timed. Pushes Funshine back off of the corner. Very much know that he's in this corner, though, and they try and push off. It could be bad. That's a great flash over the top that catches Levelot out as they peek the corner. Perfectly timed pair of flashes from Jester to keep them alive and find them a kill. And now with Drone rotating around up through the middle, they also connect. Dave able to shut down the aggression through the center. And also still waiting for that advancement there, anticipating, it seems, from the basement from Waltzy. This stage, though, Pantheon can't afford to overextend. They do have pretty good control up through the center, and again, Waltzy is there on a pretty off meta angle in the basement. Catches one from the stairs. Anthony dead, doesn't really have any options to stop now as they are sort of getting surrounded. And they actually are going to catch the Jester unaware as much as Anthony was. They come flying up to the objective. Anthony has finally found a kill in this series. And maybe we'll find a cap as the tablet comes out. Does anyone have eyes on the objective space? It doesn't look like it. Finally, there's the swing from Jeremiah. They were the one that was supposed to hold it, and nearly the cap as Duel was on the hunt for that final kill. Shoot This now is alone. Dark Tidings almost had this 5-3, but now they're into a 1v3.
Where is he?
Shoot This radioed in, and I wonder if they're aware that the only player left on their squad. Sure, they'll find out now that they have gotten no comms back on where the attacker is. First defender, rather. But a bit of a hush here. The final attacker advances. 3 minutes left. They have to stay silent, so they have to go slow. I actually think Shoot This is making footstep sounds right now with how fast they're going. But I could be wrong. This could just be Jeremiah's above Shoot This that we're hearing. Checking for any C4s around on the corners, on the walls. Making sure if they do continue this advance, they're not going to get blown up. If anything, it's a 1v2. Jeremiah and Duel are the only two close enough to objective to be a threat to Shoot This right now. And I wonder if they toggled off their night vision right there or on. Either way, this exit is very hard for Shoot This. There's tons of different angles that they do have to check. The above, behind them, they have to clear out this whole room, 360s around them as they come up the stairs. And it is the right place to exit from. Duel on the backside. Jeremiah not watching 100% and can't even see Shoot This. If they come up the stairs, Shoot This can go out the back, get up onto the second floor, have shots onto Duel and Jeremiah from the stairwell. Very risky business here for Pantheon, and Shoot This finds one. Duel, hearing the shots, comes flying in with 1:15 left. Waltzy also here. And Shoot This almost catches Waltzy on the rotation. Still, though, no C4, and Duel has the luxury of essentially sitting at the window and watching.
On this. I'll watch that. Watch
if any push comes up the stairs.
He's going to be popping through another stairwell.
But with a minute left,
watch behind the
assumptions being made by Duel that there's going to be a rotation. And Shoot This almost seems to be working off of the comms that Duel suspects another stairwell and is staying in this stairwell. Duel drops off holding the window. Shoot This gets inside now. And now Duel on the back. Shots come in and down they go. Duel is dead. Waltzy, 25 seconds left to Shoot This. Has a great flash over the top. Waltzy's blind, dropping back into the corner. They get behind the doorway just in time. And even with the ability to see through the porthole and ID Shoot This, the clutch comes through and Dark Tidings managed to win map 3. 11-3 for Shoot This at the end of the day, and well, an exciting map 3 to say the least, but overall a pounding from Dark Tidings, 12-3, winning all 3 maps with the final round going the way of Dark Tidings there. again, an exciting map 3, but the other 2 maps very much in favor of Dark Tidings. They just seem to be a little bit more together this series, at least at the start. And Pantheon just struggling to get anything underneath them on Subway and Quarantine on their map picks. So maybe we'll have to revisit their preparation, or I'm not sure what the true counter should have been. But on Tanker, we just saw some good utility use that really got them into positions where they could potentially take map 3. So I don't know. Fun map to tune into. Glad we had a bunch of you fine folks enjoying the action here this afternoon. But that'll be it for me here on the desk. My name has been NightFiree with 2 E's. If you enjoyed the action, feel free to subscribe with your Twitch Prime if you do have it. I see a bunch of new followers as well, so if you are new, please hit that follow button. We do a lot of casts regularly here on this channel with a variety of casts and casters and hosts. So do be sure to keep the eyes peeled for games going live with other fantastic people like Jamie and Grenade Matt and everyone on the casting team. Really am appreciative of everybody that's been putting in the work. If you want to get involved, you also can. You can head on over to vrml.com/careers or volunteers. I think it's careers, and can sign up to be a caster, a moderator, a content creator, your choice. There's plenty of roles available that we're looking to fill within the VRML, and so we really would appreciate any support or volunteer help that does come in from anyone that wants to give it. So fill out a form and we'll get back to you. Again, that'll be it for me, though. My name's Ben NightFiree with 2 E's. Thank you so much for tuning in. Until next time, stay classy.